What's going on YouTube? It's Brayzon back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube? What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Madden 20 video for you guys here today. I'm going to be going over some of the good sniping filters that I like to use. They're pretty good last year, and they're also pretty good this year as more power-ups come out, especially the legend power-ups. It's definitely a option you can use all year. You're just gonna have to continually check prices and go from there. But what it's gonna be is you want to go to 75 to 79, and you want to go to the power up program. So you might not be making 10 to 15,000. You might only make 800 or 1,000 coins per actual card that you buy. But the reason it's good is because it could be pretty consistent. These cards, even though they do go for cheap, you really want to see that differential. And make sure you obviously are thinking of the 10%. But when you go by position, it really shows you a good differential, like I said. So as you can see right here, QBs, you get John Elway. There is the Tom Brady card, and there is also a Patrick Mahomes card. Like I said, you want to make sure that no matter what, you get the 10%. But this filter is pretty good because you might get lucky and get someone like a Patrick Mahomes for pretty cheap. So it's good definitely when you're doing it to check the prices. Right now, Patrick Mahomes on PS4 is going for about 55K for his power up. So definitely something you want to keep in mind when going through them. What you want to do is just continue to go through each of the positions. So as you can see right here, if I'm to buy this Marcus Allen, I could probably resell him for 9,200, and I would lose roughly 900 coins. So you pay 72, you lose 900. So you might only make a little bit of coins, so maybe not the best profit on that one. You're only going to make 300-400 coins, something like that. So probably wouldn't necessarily be worth it. You still could if you wanted to, but if this card was about 6,500, you would make a little bit over 1,000 coins, or roughly around 1,000 coins. So that's a decent amount to do. And then, like I said, you want to continue to go through each position, and you want to look at which ones are going to be big steals and which ones you might be able to get and just make 1,000 coins or something like that. So as you can see, since it's 75 to 79, it's only going to be pretty good cards. None of them are going to be worth 1,000 coins. Even the lowest ones are going to be worth 4,000 to 5,000, and obviously that's because the legends, you could do the solo challenges, but sometimes people will just dump those legend cards. So you just want to continue to look through the prices when you're starting it. That way you see, if you do see DeAndre Hopkins really low, you know that it's going to be worth a lot more, whereas if you see like a Marvin Harrison, it's not going to be worth that much. So you want to make sure there's not a lot of risk in this, because even if you buy one, like that Marcus Allen, you see it for 7,200, you want to jump on it. Even you sell them back at 92, you might only make 400 coins, but you're not going to make that much. But it's also not that much risk. So you want to continue to go through them. And it's easy to do this on buy now because, as you can see, there's not a lot of people in this position. David Bakhtiari, not the best one, but once again, you could still do it. There's not that many of him, so you could skip left tackles if you wanted to. And you just want to continue to go through them. As of right now, there's obviously not a lot of legends in the game. This actually is a system that I think gets a little bit better throughout the game, just because of the fact that you'll have more legends to go through, and they're probably all going to be the same rough level. So right here you have Larry Allen and Zach Martin for the right guard. So you just continue to go through them, even though they don't, like I said, they don't go for a lot. You just want to get an idea of the actual prices. If you were just go to switch to Dan Dierdorf to the right tackles, and you get one for 11K, something like that, I mean, that would be a good profit. Or if you get someone even better. But even though, like I said, Michael Strahan might only go for 4K, not a big problem. It's actually easier sometimes to snipe those cards because not as many people are on these filters. So you just want to continue to go. It's definitely a waiting game when you're playing with snipes. You could do right ends if you do have the capital and you want to take a chance, but personally, it's not really someone. I'll probably switch to it just to see if I get lucky, but it's not someone I would go for. John Randall goes for a lot. So even right here, John Randall, 29 to 33. If you buy him for 29, you sell him back for, let's say, 33 on the dot, you're going to lose 3,000. You'd make basically 800 coins. That's not the best profit, but it's still something you could do. John Randall's card's probably going to sell within that first hour. I would probably want a little bit more of a space if you're actually going for that card, but I mean, if you can, if you want to. And really what's good on these filters as well is sometimes people might mess up and put Khalil Mack for 79.25 instead of adding that extra 0 or something like that. It's obviously not something you go for every time. You want those small snipes that are more consistent, but you never know, you could get lucky. Like I said, this filter is really great because it's not too overinflated, so you don't have to worry about, you know, not being able to grab the cards or anything like that. You should be able to grab them, and you can check the buy now price, which is good. A lot of times when we do the newest filter, it's a lot harder to check prices. When you're going through buy now, it's a lot easier. And like I said, so you check this out, and they also have this Jalen Ramsey. So each of the filters right now, there's not too much of a differential, so it's not that big of a deal. You have to just continue to go check them out. You know, this is a good filter. This is going to be more of a consistent filter. Like I said, this is going to be over time. You just continue to go through them, and I'm just going to go through them twice for you guys just to show you that sometimes you might come across people, and you know, it's good to scroll down as well because you never know, a Patrick Mahomes might be going for cheaper or something like that. Obviously, the ones you want to go for are like the John Elways. Those are the easier ones. And boom, as you see, someone actually sold the 7,200 sold, and I believe there was one at like 92 that sold, so it's up to 97 right now. So if you were to sell that at 96, let's say, and then you lose the 9.6 let's say 960 coins, whatever it is, you would make like almost $1,500 off of it. So that would be a lot better profit, right? And that's something that you could probably get a couple of those. What happens is these cards, they sell and go pretty fast. Like I said, as the year continues, they actually get more and more cards in here, but they sell and go pretty fast. So you're able to, you know, get a lot of them usually and stock up pretty fast. And just make sure that you're obviously checking the 10% or just trying to do the math in your head. Just because obviously sometimes it might look like there is some profit in it, but then you scroll down and you're only going to make 200 coins if it sells at that exact price, and at that point it might not be worth it. So right here, if I buy this and sell it back, so I'll buy it 66, you sell it back at, let's say 78, you're going to make 500 coins. So right now, what I would do is I would buy it and then sell it back at 78. So it's probably going to sell hopefully within the first 5 minutes, as long as no one undercuts you. That's the good thing about this. If someone doesn't want to do the solos and they just want to buy it right away, they're just going to buy the lowest one. So they'll just buy now pretty quickly. They don't look for exact prices. Boom, right there, I'm the lowest one. So hopefully someone buys that pretty fast. And you can continue to sell it roughly at that price. And sometimes the price will go up depending on if you're, you know, in the prime or if you're not. You might be able to get a better price for them, or it might go down a couple hundred coins. But right there, that's already a 500 coin differential. Right here wouldn't really be worth it. You're not going to make too many coins on that player. Boom. So I just bought him for 34, and I believe he's going for about 66 something. So I'm just going to sell him for 6. And right there, that's 2K profit. So hopefully when it loads back in right now, mine will be the lowest. So mine's right here. And then right here, boom, same thing. Zach Martin, and his next one's going for 65. So that's right back to back. That's basically like 4K profit. And it's pretty fast. Like I said, they usually sell pretty fast. Especially players like a Zach Martin or something like that. They're better players. And the worst comes to worst. So as you can see, these are my two right here. Worst comes to worst, I bought them for 42 and 35. So if I even sold Zach Martin for 5, if I sold Larry Allen, let's say for 5K, you lose 500, it's 45. I bought him for 35, so that's still a K profit. And that's, like I said, I mean, you don't even have to do that. Even if someone undercut me, I could take it off, put it right under him, and it'll probably quick sell over the time. So as you see, that's already a 4K, 5K profit pretty quickly. It's not good. Like I said, this is a consistent filter, guys. This is not something you're going to do one time and just boom, make 100K. You know, there's a possibility with it in some of these filters depending on the players. You know, as you see, JJY is 85 right there, but then there's another one at 88. So that's why it's good to check these filters out and make sure you scroll down just a little bit more sometimes. The top ones are obviously going to be the easiest just to grab that cheap money. Like I said, as soon as I saw one at 35, I knew that they weren't going for 35, so that's a good price to get them at. hopefully they sell pretty fast, but I'm sure they'll sell within that hour. Like I said, sometimes people might try to undercut you. Not a big deal. Even if they do undercut you, you can kind of deal with it and move on. And it looks like one of them already sold. I think that's a notification I just got. Even here, Luke Kuechly, if he was at like 12.5, I would think that would be better. Maybe not where he's at now. And like I said, guys, it's a consistent filter, and there's also the possibility of getting those good pulls. So this is why I really like this filter. The legends, it's really weird, right? Because you would think that everyone would just do the solo challenges if you do want that legend card, but some people are just super lazy and they just want to buy the cards. You know, they pay to play. They might not be free to play, and they want the cards when they want them. So you just continue to do it. And like I said, there's going to be good cards too that you can grab. You never know if you get it lucky and grab one of those Patrick Mahomes or something like that. And also, guys, you could bid, right? So this one's 12 hours, so I wouldn't even worry about it. But if it's a 1 hour and you see it's down to 30 minutes and the bids are pretty low, why not take a bid on it? You know, maybe if you can get them for $2,500 just because of the bids. You never know. So let's go ahead and back out. I think it's going to say that we sold someone. I'm just going to check my... Yep, so as you see, Zach Martin already sold, guys. So that's one tack. I forget what position that was that we got the players. But that's already one that sold, and there's another one on the auction house. So as you see, we won him for 43, sold him for 61. So this one's not going to be the greatest profit. But if you minus 600 coins, what is that, 5,500, let's say? So about 5,500, 4,300, that's 1,200 coins. And, you know, that was pretty fast. Obviously, I was just scrolling through, and really also you can find which filters work for you, which positions you like more. Maybe take chances on quarterbacks or the ones that also have, you know, those really, really high overall or really expensive players, like left outside linebacker for Khalil Mack, quarterback for Patrick Mahomes. That way you have a better chance of getting a crazy pull. But if not, like I said, guys, it's a pretty consistent filter. It's not going to make you 1,000,000 coins a day, but if you want to make 50 to 100,000 coins a day without doing solo challenges, it's definitely a way to do that. So that being said, guys, leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Comment down below if you guys do enjoy this money-making method, this sniping filter. I used it a lot last year. It's still going to be pretty good this year. Like I said, the market moves pretty fast for legend cards, especially the ones that people want in their lineups. And subscribe, guys, if you guys want to see more Madden coin making methods like this. And as always, I will see you next time.